Isn't autumn magical? With all the changes that are taking place, there's so many wondrous things that are happening. Every day, the temperatures are cooler, and it's time to pull out all the sweaters. I love all the small things that we do to make autumn special. All the little celebrations. With all the to-do lists, all the busy schedules that you have going on, remember to take small moments, take it slow, cherish the changing seasons, and bake. If you've been running yourself ragged, like us, then I want you to take the day with me. We're going to do some baking. I've made some pumpkin donut holes to lift the spirits and just take it slow for a moment. I've been thinking a lot about the ants and the grasshopper story. The grasshopper spent his summer days in all the warm weather dancing and singing and playing, while the ants worked and prepared for winter. And while we do plenty of dancing and playing, I'm reminded that with each cool day, winter does come sooner. And now is the time to stack the firewood, stock the pantry, grind the wheat, and get into the full swing of preparing for winter. Let me introduce you to the beast in my dining room. This ginormous wood-burning stove that I absolutely detested when we first moved in. But with each cold morning and each beautiful fire it creates, I am so grateful for this giant beast of a stove. And as I'm reminded again and again, what solves a bad attitude is perspective and gratitude. When the weather gets cold, all I want to do is bake. And I'm back to baking sourdough. When we first moved here, my sourdough starter died along the move, which was so tragic. But what it did was show me just how important sourdough really is and just how much we cannot live without it. It really is far superior in taste and nutrition. And now it's just a part of our lives. Every week I make sourdough, sandwich bread, and tortillas. I have a blog post talking about my tortillas and my weekly sourdough routine in my blog. I'll put a link down below so you can find that. If you've been thinking about starting your own sourdough starter, let me know in the comments down below. I've been thinking about sharing how I started my own sourdough starter. I've been trying to make more time for reading and resting. I have to admit, I run myself into the ground most days. But I've been reading the series Little House on the Prairie. That night was Saturday night. All day long, Mother had been baking, and when Almanzo went into the kitchen for the milk pails, she was still frying donuts. The place was full of their hot, brown smell. Here's how you can prepare any edible pumpkin for pies and breads and all sorts of baking. I always save the seeds for my favorite pumpkins and squashes. You could also rinse these seeds and put them on a baking sheet for a snack. Bake your pumpkins in a pan with some water for about 1 hour or until they are soft to the touch. Store your pumpkin puree in a glass jar or container in the freezer. Most pumpkin pies call for about 16 ounces of pumpkin puree. It is so much more delicious with fresh pumpkin puree, in my opinion. Then you'll always have this beautiful pumpkin puree ready for you whenever you want to make a pumpkin recipe. Plump they went to the bottom, sending up bubbles. Then quickly they came popping up to float and slowly swell, till they rolled themselves over, their pale golden backs going into the fat, and their plump brown bellies rising out of it. I'll put the recipe for these pumpkin spice donut holes down below so you can try them yourself if you'd like. Thanks for taking this time to slow down and enjoy this autumn day, restoring home, family, and spirit. I'll catch you next time. Love you lots.